What's the one thing that you can do to make your slide decks more like McKinsey Bain, BCG, and other strategy consulting firms? That's the question that one of my students asked me recently, and the answer is action titles. So in this video, we'll cover what action titles are, we'll write an action title live in the video, we'll then look at some real slide decks from the top consulting firms like McKinsey to see how they write action titles, and then stick around to the end because I'll also share 3 simple principles to guarantee your action titles hit the mark. Before I talk about action titles, I want to very briefly talk about the 2 key parts of any slide. Now the first one's the slide body, and I'm sure you know exactly what the slide body is. It's the main part of the slide. It's typically a chart or visualization, but can be other things as well. And it's the part of the slide that you use to communicate and show your analysis. Now, the other part of the slide, which is less obvious but really important, is the slide lead-in or title. And it's very important because the action title is a specific way of writing the slide lead-in. Now, if you're not familiar with action titles and you get a slide like this, you typically will read the slide to understand exactly what's in there. Obviously, in most cases you will have built the slide, so you know. And then when you think about writing the slide lead-in or title, you think, okay, what is on this slide? And in this case, it's something like industry segment by annual turnover. You can see how bad I am at typing, and growth rate. And you think, okay, perfect, I've described exactly what's on this slide, and that's true. But it's not the most effective way to use these slide lead-ins or titles. The most effective way is called action titles, and that's a different way of using them. So instead of just describing what's on the slide, like we've done here, we should think about the key implication or the so what of the slide. So maybe hit pause and think about that for this slide. But in this case, it would be something like hospitals is the largest turnover and fastest growing segment in healthcare. It'd be something like this, and it does depend on the broader storyline that you have for your slide deck and the overall kind of purpose or point of the slide deck. But this would be an example of what an action title would look like. And as I said, the difference between this action title and the previous slide lead-in or title is that the action title talks about the implication or the so what of the slide, whereas the previous version is just describing what's in the slide. And there's an important difference between the two. Now you might be thinking to yourself, okay, I get it, but I just don't understand why it's important. And I do get that perspective. I used to have this perspective as well. But hear me out briefly. There are 2 reasons why it's important to use action titles instead of those previous versions of the titles. Now, the first reason is that the audience for this slide deck is typically going to be a busy executive, and you want to make it as easy as possible for them to understand what's in the slide. Now, if you use the previous version, they need to pick up the slide, need to read it and understand and try and draw out the implications or the so what's of the slide. And if you use the action title version, they just need to read the action title and they immediately understand what this slide is trying to say. If you don't care about their time, there's another reason. What if they get it wrong? What if they pick up your slide, try and understand your analysis, but they misinterpret it? If that happens, then basically the slide you've built is worthless. You've wasted a bunch of time doing analysis and a bunch of time building the slide because it hasn't made the point that you're trying to make. So that's really important as well. So now that we've covered action titles, how about we have a look at some real world action titles from some of the top consulting firms in the world. Now bear with me, I'm still learning this YouTube thing, and I'm gonna switch my screens over. Okay, cool. So now we can see a McKinsey slide. Now this is a really good example of how to use an action title. You can see in the slide body here, there's 3 panels, and those panels are all showing different things. So if I was to pick up this slide and read it, I wouldn't necessarily know what the most important part of this slide is. So what they've done with the action title is they've drawn out and highlighted the key parts of the slide. So they say the base case leads to a loss of $33 billion and a cumulative loss of $238 billion by 2020. So now I very quickly know what the most important parts of this slide are, and it's clearly panel 2, panel 3. So that's one example of McKinsey using action titles in their slides. Here's another one. So this is a Bain slide, and it's I think it's the luxury market in China. Now, they say total luxury spend by mainland Chinese reached 212 billion renminbi in 2010. 60% was spent outside mainland China. Now, the difference between the way that they've used the action title in this slide compared to the previous slide by McKinsey is that they're actually doing a little bit of synthesis in the action title, because you can't actually see that 60% number in the chart. Now, if you do the calculation in your head, you can draw out the 60% number, but they've taken a little liberty here to say, all right, I'm going to show you some data and I'm going to do some of the interpretation for you. So again, this will be very, very, very hard to understand what the key points of this slide are without using the action title. So again, as the reader, you read the action title and you understand why this slide is important, what it's trying to say. And now let's look at an Oliver Wyman slide deck. So Oliver Wyman's another consulting firm, and the reason I like this slide deck is actually because it shows us both versions of the slide lead-in. In the dark blue at the top, this is what someone who doesn't write action titles would write. Overall travel distribution landscape, online penetration, and market value. That is a description of what's in the slide. It's not the implication or so what. But underneath, the industry could reach the level of complete disruption in the next 10 years as new digital competitors enter the landscape. Now that is an action title. And again, that's even more synthesis than what was in the Bain slide. And it goes to show that you have a very, a broad range of ways to use action titles. But the key thing is you're describing the so what, you're describing the implication. You're not just saying this is what this slide has on it. All right. Now let's talk about principles of action titles, because you've learned about them, you've seen them by consulting firms, and now what we should do is talk a little bit about how to write them and how to make sure that when you write them, they're really compelling and they hit the mark. So sorry, I'm just fixing my screen again. Back into PowerPoint. And what I'll talk about are 3 simple principles for action titles. And if you follow these principles, you'll have really good quality action titles. Now, it does take a bit of practice. I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, you follow these and tomorrow your action titles will be perfect. It's probably not the case, but if you do follow these principles and you apply them time and time again, you'll become better at action titles, and it will come very quickly because it's not an overly complex topic. First principle, focus on the so what. So I've talked about this, I'm really dwelling on this point, and the reason is because this is the core of what an action title is. So your responsibility as the person who builds a slide is to determine what the most important implication of the slide body is. And then you communicate that in the action title. So it's not enough to say, here's all of the implications, here's all of the things that I found in my analysis that's on the slide body. Pick out the most important things. You don't have to communicate everything. You have to communicate the thing that's most important to your reader. Second principle, be specific and narrow as opposed to general and broad. So what you don't want to do, which sometimes happens, is that you have a slide body, maybe it shows a couple of charts, and those charts have a few implications. But as you write the action title, you start making claims outside of those. So you've gone beyond what's just in the slide body. You need to have everything in your action title supported by the slide body. Because if the reader reads the action title and they say, okay, that doesn't actually quite make sense to me for whatever reason, I'm going to read the slide body to see how they drew that conclusion. You need to be able to, support the claim that you're making. So that's the first thing. Don't go too broad. And the other thing is, be very specific in terms of quantifying where you can quantify and defining time periods where you can as well. The way I tend to think about this is there's a really interesting parallel between writing these action titles and making sure they're specific and narrow, and setting goals. And I always think in my mind, that SMART framework. So specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. I think about those types of things when I write my action title, and that ensures that they are really specific and really punchy. That's the second principle. And the third principle is as few words as possible. So action titles, when you write them for the first time, they can be really wordy. And I've been writing action titles for literally years, and I still need to do revisions of them to turn them from like really kind of long-winded action titles, cut them down and make them really, really punchy. So my advice on this one is figure out the implication, get it down on paper as a first draft, and come back later and sort of cut out words, restructure your sentences to make it as short and sharp as possible. I hope you found that useful. If you did, the most beneficial thing you can do for me is just to hit like on this video, and please subscribe as well, because I'm going to put out a whole bunch of videos on how to build really compelling slide decks like these top consulting firms. So things like storylining in PowerPoint, how to choose the right visualization or chart for your insight, and a whole bunch of other things. So if you don't want to miss it, please hit subscribe. If you also have any other questions on action titles that I haven't covered in this video, drop them in the comments down below. I answer every single comment that you drop on these videos, so I'll definitely answer your question. And finally, to say thank you for getting to the end of this video, I just want to offer you a 10% discount code for everything on slidescience.co. I'll put it on the screen somewhere here. I'll also drop it in the description with a link to the website, and that will cover our courses, which teach you how to build slide decks just like McKinsey. It will cover our PowerPoint templates, and it will also cover our consulting toolkits. So feel free to check that out. If you want to use a template, if you want to use the coupon, please use the coupon. And I guess I'll leave it there. So thank you again for watching the video, and stay tuned for the next one.